The reason I'm here is we're at the end of production. Anything that's going in at this point, this is it. If it's not in, it's not going to make it. I want to be here. I want to be playing the game. I want to be reviewing the code. I want to be seeing the check-ins to make sure that the game is at the utterly the highest quality possible before it goes out into the marketplace.
It'll be high pressure and very high focus for me until the disc is actually at manufacturing.
Thanks.
The lights at the end of the tunnel right now are about 2 weeks out from kind of having to be done.
At the end of a project, everything starts narrowing down. You know what you want to do, you know what the problems are, and so the rate at which people start solving things just increases.
Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah. If you looked at our game 3 months ago and compared it to what we have now, it looks so much better now than it did then.
We're able to make things way better at the end when we kind of know how to polish everything really well.
So for us, it's always been this hill climb, and a particularly steep part of the hill climb comes at the end.
Building games is really, really hard. I don't think people really understand how hard it is to get an entertainment product out there that is really good in quality, and you're competing with other really, really smart people to get these great games out there. It is really hard work. You're really in the trenches catching hand grenades for 18 months.
I don't know. It's kind of like part of the industry. You just know it's going to come, and you just chalk off this time. I'm going to be kind of gone, and it's just part of the cycle of it.
It's my wife my wife understands, and she understands the excitement that I have for the project, and but especially with my daughter, she's just, to her it's like, well, is Daddy home tonight? Yes or no? No. Okay. So I try to, in times like that, I try to just figure out other ways that we can keep in touch, like we meet for lunch, or I'll just pick a night or two a week that I go home early and do my best. But it does suck. There's no question about it, but it's just the way it has to be.
We've done a pretty good job, I hope. We've tried to make it so that we're not burning people out, that people don't finish this game and say, oh, I don't want to ever do that again. I don't want that. I want them to be like, gosh, I wish we could have worked harder, and I want them to be proud of the game. I want them to want to make another great game. I want to keep on working with the really good people. Part of that is trying not to burn them out. I'm here no matter what, so it doesn't matter if I get burned out.
The people that you'll see here tonight are the people that generally stay till 11 o'clock.
I gotta hit the road or my wife is gonna throw my head in a bucket. See ya. See ya.
Infamous has taken us about 3.5 years, which is, like going to college or high school. And it's a huge commitment of time. And then you want to make it great, You want to make something beautiful.
And towards the end, you feel such a sense of ownership of the game that you just want everything to be perfect.
It's like, well, if I spend another 15 minutes here tonight, I can do this one more thing, and the game's going to get that much better. Everyone's invested so much of themselves in the game that it's really hard to say no to that. It's very seductive.
And I kind of think it's great because inevitably all the best stuff gets made after 11 o'clock, 2 a.m. is like the creative hour. When you guys are cutting video, when do you stop kind of self-editing yourself and you start making things without doubting if it's good or bad, and you just start saying, screw it, this feels right. Nighttime is the right time.
trying to decide what the problems are that need to get fixed so you can actually spend time on them. That's kind of the tricky part, is deciding what to do at the end.
Yeah, it's tricky, and mainly the real secret is getting a lot of people to play it and see what the trouble is. You know,
Hours I've played the game, I would say probably about 1,000 hours total.
I've logged, I would say, in the realm of 2,500 hours.
Completely fell into it.
Totally. I was always a big fan of video games, and that was the main thing. And then I saw a Craigslist ad back in '06. I didn't have a job. I did actually. I kind of making sandwiches. So that was a lot of fun. I did that while I went to college, and I got sick of it. My boss was a dick, so hopped on Craigslist and I said, play video games. Okay, that sounds pretty good. So that's what I did. Here I am.
And you go, oh yeah, I test video games. They're like, wow, my son would love that job.
all the time.
That sounds like the best job ever. And then you have to explain to them, no, it's really repetitive. Sometimes you have to stand in a corner and press the jump button for 8 hours a day.
You do have to love gaming as a whole in order to be able to do this. Just the sheer amount of work and the hours that are involved with it. If you didn't love games and you didn't love, the final product, there'd be no way you would possibly do it.
There's a lot of work involved. There's a big difference between playing the game and testing the game. Huge difference.
You need to find big stuff, like I said, crashes, freezes, anything that's going to totally kill the end user experience.
And then I'll just go actually in the game and investigate that kind of stuff and actually sit down and play it, or test it rather. Sit down and try to tear it apart.
Hopefully we can help make a game as clean as possible, but really there are no bug-free games that come out anymore. So
Compared to some other action games, I guess you could call this one, I think it stacks up pretty well. I mean, like I said, I played it for so long and I'm still, into it. It shall rock pretty hard.
This is really the first time where I've actually been able to sit down and play the game, because you're so heads down working on areas that you're working on, and you don't get a chance to play all the different other aspects of the game. You see all the check-ins that talk about things being done, but don't ever have the chance to do it. And it's only so many hours in a day. So actually I'm finding it now. It's like, yeah, hey, this is a pretty good game.
over the last year, it really felt like it went from kind of a hope of a game to every month or every play test would be like, okay, I actually believe this is going to be a good game more and more. So, and now I'm really happy with it.
It's cool, I'm having a really good time with it. This is an A title. There's no doubt about it. It's going to get television. It's going to get the full support and full support of the company. So, and I think it's going to be a game people are really going to enjoy. So I'm glad it's going to get the support it deserves,